I think first thing I need to do is roll Rodriguez's luck. Wow. Okay, yeah. Of course, he's right there. She had to come back. I forgot my pen. I came back on my Pegasus to get my pen, and look at what happened. Anyway, however, okay, so that's...
She's probably going to find some way to blame me for this.
Yeah. We'll find out. Anyway, so we can go straight into combat. Oh, let's.
I just realized my character sheet is in the other room. I'm gonna run and grab it. Sorry.
I guess I'm gonna start putting visual resources in this new chat while we're doing that, since I have to put the phase chart up here anyway. Do you know about the 12-step phase chart?
I remember you talking about it like a year ago or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool.
So this is what it looks like. And I've been kind of enjoying,
oh, cool.
So for me, I've been enjoying, the impact of the more stagger between characters in that little middle range. I don't know how much Noah notices. It would be more because you're the only player character, right? Basically, I just tell you who's going when, pretty much.
Yep.
If you have an ally who you're cooperating with, I run that ally. Yep. So, with two players, there might be more, if you're on different speeds, you'll be noticing when you sync up and when you don't sync up, and so we'll see. It'll be fun to see how that dynamic is. But anyway, for the time being, we've got on phase 1, no one goes on phase 1, but so the situation is you're in this hole.
Yep.
You're in this old quarry tunnel, or that's below the Order of the Silver Dagger, right? And the paladins clerics are sitting there wounded, and they're holding up their holy symbols to ward off the ghouls. And as a going forward note, this will actually work. The ghouls themselves are not going to be able to just overrun this knot of clerics and paladins, but they're going to be climbing up the support pillars of this tunnel and actually climbing out into the city. Bartle is hovering up there, gloating over you. And you said you were flying, and you rescued Marciano.
That's right.
I believe.
Yeah.
Who is a sort of good cop type character who finds you really irritating. We saw a little of him last session. I forget. Are you just holding him? What did you say you
I think we just landed. I kind of parachuted down and brought.
You turned into a parachute or something and jumped in there. Okay, yeah. So we have that. And but so on phase 1, Candide is going to step out of the mob of ghouls and point at you and say, "You never came back." And this is going to be a presence attack.
All right.
And I'll let you tell me if you feel this is emotionally impactful.
No, I feel like
like
it's nothing.
Okay,
What did
that's
you
what I
expect, you corpse eating creep?
Okay.
I've got 3.
I'll give him a +2 for appropriate setting.
I like that.
But -1 for combat. And given what you said, I'll give him another -1 for weak reputation. So,
Yes.
I'll knock him down to 2. Go ahead. All right. He did get 3. He did get a 6, so he's got 3 core, though. He'll do this on phase 2, actually. Yeah. Just, I'm changing my mind a little bit. It wouldn't be... You want to do it on the phase when you're going to do something.
Right.
Anyway, so, sorry, I was at 3.
And then, when do I go?
Oh, just go ahead and roll your presence.
Oh, I already did. I got 3, so we tied.
Oh, okay, so, you tied, so that's opponent's act before you this phase, which was all he wanted. Because Bargle would normally be after you, but now he's going ahead of you on 13, and he is just going to... you're fine. He's got a lot of options. Let's see. I don't think it built super well, but... Sorry, I'm spacing out. I made a new power set for him, and I'm literally just now trying to physically conceptualize how this works and looks and setting it.
Oh yeah,
I didn't really fully imagine it, but Bargle is going to start ranting and saying you had to defy me, you would never do what you were told, and you would never acknowledge that I'm your better. And as he's ranting, his eyes are glowing, and he's starting to his body is twisting and writhing back, and this projection of Bartle, he had a projection before, and this is like that, but this is a weird, super twisted, his face is huge slavering fangs, and evil distorted eyes, and huge claws, and it emerges, and it's just looks at you and says, "Hurt you."
And Sully, I remember Bartle being very, flat in affect, when we talked last. So Sully's thinking, I liked him better without the emotions. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and so let's do some endurance tracking. I think he's literally just summoning this turn.
Okay.
And I don't know if... I honestly am not 100% sure if these separate powers can act on the turn that they're summoned, because it didn't come up earlier, because Mercurius always had an edge in terms of being ready.
Right.
I actually don't know if it's clear in the... you use the power... Okay, well, so you're using a separate power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it can act... It's not like a Magic the Gathering thing where you summon it and then you have to wait. You're using a separate power, so the turn you use it, it can start doing stuff. I think it's the intent. I need to give it some body and endurance first. Oh, this is actually... All right. This. And anyway, it's going to sort of like rush at you through the air and like try to just rake you with its. Oh wait, no, it just shoots. This is what I mean about not imagining it as a range attack. It's going to just like shoot you with like eye blasts of like hate, like I don't know, flaming skulls coming at you to gnaw on you and stuff like that, or just spewing out of its mouth.
Yeah.
The point being, it's attacking you. Are you going to take defensive action or this
I
one?
am not. I'm holding. I'm gonna just hope he misses. I've got a dex of 13.
Okay. Oh, and where is? I forgot to put Rodrika in the scene, but she's okay. That's fine. She's coming. She'll be coming. All right. So I need Bargle's deck. You said your dex is 13.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got dex 12. We need a 10 or less on the dice. He does not get it, so you sort of like dodge this vomit of skulls.
Hell yeah.
And that was Bargle's action, so next, Rodrigo, we'll see if Bargle is going to get to have any more to say to this down. As Rodrigo just like comes down on her fucking Pegasus, like,
hell yeah.
like, creature of evil, this is your last battle. And she's just going to straight up take a swing at him with her giant mace.
Okay.
And I think he is going to dodge and abort his next action, because he does have one power out, and the ghouls are going to be doing something, doing stuff. But, alright, so just 12 on 12. Well, he's dodging, so 12 on 2. And she needs a 9. She does not get it. Alright.
Okay.
And she spent endurance on that. That's
nice.
part I need to remind myself how much it actually costs her. It's actually quite a lot.
And was that a move through attack, or is she kind of static now? Like, was she landing?
It's like that's a good question. I guess it's more like a. Well, he was in the air. I wasn't thinking of it as a move through. I was thinking it was more of a over, but maybe it would have had to have been. Anyway, whatever it was, it missed decisively, so we won't think too much about it. I'll think more carefully about that.
Okay.
But that's the end of 2. And then no one goes, oh no, the hazards go on 3.
Okay.
So I don't know. Are you still flying?
Did I have an action?
Oh, you didn't. No, it's your turn.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
You're right.
I just
you actually
I need to...
probably should have gone before Rodrigo.
No, that's all right.
Yeah. I was confused about the presence attack. You didn't lose your action. You just got bumped in the order, right? So okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so in terms of dimensions, not the bits that the ghouls are crawling up through, but where they're kind of pouring out of, and where Bargle is. How big is that tunnel in terms of hexes?
It's pretty big. You're in sort of old like quarry area, so up to like you've got probably 4 X's to work with, maybe.
Okay, so
in terms of it's just like a big quarried out area with support pillars, and then you can sort of go around and.
And in terms of like, in terms of height,
like maybe 2 or 3 hexes down from the street level.
Okay.
So technically, you like once you're in, like the building, like a whole side of the building caved in. So once you're 3 hexes up, you're in open air essentially.
Okay, cool.
If you want to be right. So
right. Well, so what Sully's thinking, like, this really, I mean, yeah, like dark gods and Orcus, this really isn't my specialty. I need to I need to be thinking smart here. So what I'm gonna do is for my as a zero phase action, I'm gonna like stretch myself across the tunnel between Bargle and the group of paladins and create like a blue screen. And then, my face is going to be on it facing the paladins. And I'm gonna say, uh, uh, now's your chance. I'll hold off the ghouls and the wizard as long as I can. But you need to get yourselves together and figure out a way to blast that dark god.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm assuming this is a presence attack. Hopefully it's quite impressive. I still have my old war medals. I've got some presence.
yeah.
Here.
Okay. All right.
And maybe you can see like the claws of the ghouls trying to rake through.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a presence attack is. This is something I have to think about. Like the effects of presence attacks are sort of like you wouldn't presence attack your ally in combat. You don't get anything good by presence attacking allies in combat. So you can just tell them what you want them to do, and they're inclined to take directions. So they'll try to sort of get them.
Very cool.
They'll try to get them. Yeah. There's no. We can talk about like there are actions that allies can take together, right?
Uh-huh.
Like the combined attacks and things like that, which we haven't been seeing get much use because like I forget about them and like you're the only player, so it's hard to remember. But anyway,
and I think to get that I have stretching 4, so I think probably to get the whole tunnel, I'm gonna have to push for a few more hexes. So I'm gonna push my stretching and grab on and create this.
Right, but you're telling them to just are you wanting them to attack the projection or to go
either way? I'm telling
track the ghouls to their source or.
No, I'm telling them, the ghouls. I'm actually not as worried about the ghouls as I am about Bargle. So, I'm telling them, you need to find a way to smite Bargle with, holy light or something.
Right. Yeah. And so, like, I think they're gonna.
And I'm gonna maybe be telling them, he's been possessed by the dark god Orcus. Like, I'm gonna drop some of my security systems. Successes.
I will tell you. Okay. I'll tell you what, on this, we can do this all on this. This is basically just talking. Marciano will say, throw me at him, and if you want to do that this phase, you can.
I'll wait until my next phase, just since I've already stretched. Yeah, so he's...
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll take in mind that you're sort of blocking the running interference between paladins, but
and I'm hoping any hazards.
So the paladins do act on. Yeah. So they will try to start like some of them. The others are going to try to sort of move towards the ghouls who are climbing up, and they'll just hack and smite some of the ghouls. I'm not going to get too mechanically into all that stuff. Like, the big picture is probably this is not enough ghouls to take over the city. It's just a question of how much damage they do.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're here to just do damage, right? Or maybe you're not super sure. It's not entirely clear what's going on. But so that's phase 3. Anyway.
Okay.
And now in phase 4, you will go first.
Okay. And did the ghouls hit me at all during the hazard go?
The hazard go. Right, you're right. Yeah, they should try to take.
I don't remember. I think they went after me.
You don't. Yeah, they're gonna hit you. So this is gonna be what's your defense?
It is not. It's slightly higher than it was. 17.
Okay. So they roll. I think that's going to get. So that's just enough to get through, and because it gets through, it's going to be pretty nasty. So it's 3 knockout getting through, but if you take knockout from the ghouls, their ghoul poison enters you, and you take 2 dex weaken.
Ooh, okay.
And 1 speed weaken.
All right.
And so we will need to... You're still going to get this action on phase 4, but you're going to go after Bargle. And you're going to miss... You're basically going to... Well, I'll tell you. But you're basically going to go every other action from now on because your speed is down 1 to 6. So the phase chart is not strictly accurate anymore, but 6 is easy enough to remember. Anyway,
nice.
So that was their hazard on 3. So on 4, then Bargle gets to go first.
Okay.
And he is going to... he's still, flying in the air, and he'll go ahead and... Where did I put Bargle's endurance expenditures? There it is. Do math. Okay, there we go. He is going to barf another projection, and I think this projection is going to attack Roderica. This one, though, is shriveled and sunken and hollowed. And it's sort of coming at Rodriga and going, "Life for me! It's for me, not you! Give it to me!" And it's gonna attack Rodriga, and I think she is... Does she dodge? Keeping track of all these aborted actions is gonna be difficult. Wait a minute. Wait, Bargle dodged. So this doesn't actually happen. But it would have been cool if it did. That's what would have happened if he had an action.
Hell yeah.
I need to work on this, remembering these things. All right. So Roderica is going to keep attacking. She is using a lot of endurance, though, but maybe she lays off. Maybe she has to fight all smarter. Where were we at? Bartle still has his... No, he doesn't have his dodge up unless he chooses to dodge again.
Right.
And he can't really afford to take this hit, so I think he's going to keep dodging from Roderica. This is the problem with Sunhead. Enemies fighting Fallon. They have third week. Oh, wait. So Bargle aborted, but his thing gets to attack on its own. His hate creature gets to attack.
Sweet.
So it can't really change focus with it. No, it's autonomous. It can. Okay, so it'll go back. It'll go back and protect Bargle. So it'll try to attack Roderica, and then the question will be if Roderica dodges, and then if she dodges, then Bargle doesn't have to dodge.
Okay.
This is why it's such a problem for me to run both the good guys and the bad guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I guess keep taking that as it's... Oh, wait, she doesn't have to dodge. No, she can't do that. I'm just looking at her powers, how did I build this?
Yeah, take your time.
Martial block. I still don't really understand entirely how martial block works. She'll dodge.
Okay.
I'll dodge. This way I could go ahead.
These cowards dodging. Your knockout is there to get taken away.
Alright. You need to not have to do that. Oh, but he hit... Wow. He hit her anyway. That's going to leave a mark. Alright. And this is the Malice one, so it does piercing blast 40. This is gonna. Yeah. I don't know if this gets through her defense. Or the knockout doesn't get through the defense, but it's piercing, so the body does. So she actually is getting cut up pretty bad. So, I think she, screams as these, talon, or, no, it's ranged. But as these, sort of skulls just chew into her armor and start, ripping at her flesh, and she's, bleeding and, has to, fall, jump off the Pegasus or falls off to try to get away.
Yeah.
And then the envy thing happens, and so she still has her dodge up. So now the envy thing is going to go after her. As I said before, with all the cool effects.
Okay, cool.
And it also, wow. Rough day for...
Hell, had a good day for Bargle. He hasn't hit in many sessions.
Yeah. She really should have done this much more. Well, does she still have an... No, she doesn't. Anyway. Did I give her a new power? But this doesn't affect what's happening now. Alright. No, it does, because... I'm so exhausted with myself right now.
You're fine.
Okay. I think it does because, alright, the envy one has to actually touch her to use its drain. But when it touches her, so it is going to get its attack, but she's going to, flare out in this, blast of light.
Ooh.
Of, sacred light.
Okay.
So we're going to have, multiple actions, and she doesn't have to, have an action for this. This is totally real.
Is this an aura?
And it's an aura. It's an aura. He's
Hell
just
yeah.
Well, I already said he hit her, though, so he is going to do this endurance, right? Oh my goodness. Alright. So, let's do some numbers here. She was at... Now she's at... And then this does take endurance, so she is... Wow, okay. And then she's going to do... So, anyway, the point is, the result of all of this is that, as this thing has latched on to, Roderica, her aura is, shooting, shafts of light through it, but it's not... Wait. I think it takes it... But it's still not destroyed. It's not completely destroyed. And she's, saying, can't hold on.
Yeah.
She's having it rough out here. And so that was, and then so now you, Sully, you have your action.
Okay.
Because your dex has been reduced to 11.
So Sully's saying the same thing, right? You can see the ghouls, weapons piercing him, and yeah. I'm thinking about when Mr. Fantastic catches bullets,
right,
like that. Except obviously there's this poison, right? So Roderica says that, and then when we smash cut to this panel, he's saying the same thing. I don't know. So first off, he's saying to the paladins at large, like, I hope I hope you have something, that you've taken this moment
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
right? I hope you have something. And then he looks at Marciano and he says, uh, uh,
Don't throw him.
ghost or body? And Marciano's like, what? Do you want me to throw you at Barkle's ghost or his body?
He says body.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and am I gonna let? Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stretch into a new position as my zero phase action. Grab. So this big hand comes out of this big blue arm comes out of the screen
Yeah.
and like wraps around him and pulls him back. And then now, how much would you say lifting Marciano is like 2d6, 3d6, 4d6?
I would say to lift him and throw him any reasonable distance. I would say 46. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the difference and how many hexes am I having to throw him?
Like 2, not far, or 3 maybe. Call it 3.
Okay, so I've got to push. So I'd need 5 total then. So I'm gonna have to push for 1. 1 strength. Not too bad. 2. And yeah, I am winging him at Bargle. Is this
Okay.
just a hit roll?
Yeah, 2 hit roll.
All right.
Go ahead and so.
Oh, I
your
missed it by
next-
1. Damn it.
Wait, what'd you roll?
12.
Okay, yeah, no, that wouldn't hit. All right, I think so. Parkle, Bob, sidesteps aside in midair.
Yeah.
Fool, your quixotic attack has no effect on me. Yes, that's an adjective in this world. Don't ask out. Alright. And that was our 4. And there's nothing on 5. And then on 6, it's Bargle again. This looks like this time to shine. I'm always surprised when the villains do this well, but
Oh, yeah.
this is going to. This is going to. I tell you what. So Bargle is going to say to you, like, can't you see that you can't win? Give up, and like shoot you. He's like shooting a web at you from his fingers. He's waving a little like actual spider web in the air as he casts the spell to shoot you. So he's going to presence attack you again as well. He's exhibiting a power. It is mildly violent. Setting. But we're in combat and contradicts mood, so definitely contradicts the mood, so or I don't know, does it?
Oh,
Do you want to give up?
No.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and roll your presence. We'll see how it goes. You did get 2 core.
I've got 4 core.
Okay, so you're unmoved by him. But he does get to shoot you with this web. Are you going to try to dodge?
Okay, can you quickly tell me what the profile of the rest of the round looks like?
Yeah. So basically, Bargle is going to get to double up on you here because your speed has been reduced. So he's going to go again on 7. And then you're going to go on 8. Then Bargle, then you, then Bargle, then you.
Okay, so
Wait, which Was your speed 8 before, or was it 7?
It was 6, and now it's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, you're going from speed 6 to speed 5?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong about this. All right. So you're actually gonna drop. I do actually need to redo the phase chart. I should have thought of this when I started throwing around speed drains. So your phases then are going to be 3, 5. Well, this is a little out of order, but your next phases are going to be 8, 10, and 12.
8, 10,
So
12. Okay.
yeah, but after this round, you're going to be. I think they hit you just late enough that it didn't encumber you too much this round. But after this round, instead of 2, 4, 6, you're going to get 3, 5. But so anyway, the point being, you're going to get 8, 10, 12. Rodriguez going to get 8, 10, 12. Bargel is going to get 7, 9, 11. So he's actually doubling up on 6 and 7.
Okay, then I will go ahead and cancel my next action to get the bonus, since I'm gonna get
It's going to carry over for two.
It'll be
actions,
like
right?
be like getting a +4, 2 + 2. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so he's shooting. So he's not your left. Okay, well, he
He's
does
been
hit
rolling
you.
well.
He's on fire. He is on fire today.
Yeah. Go Bargel.
You were tangled in this gross spider web. It only has 2 body though.
Uh-huh.
2 body, but 3 defense.
Okay.
So, and then meanwhile, the Rodriguez is going to go ahead and have to dodge in order to try to stay alive against these projections that are attacking her. I think this one guy. Actually, I think the original one, the Malice one, does not have enough endurance left to do its attack this turn. So it's going to fade out, but the NV one is going to keep trying to drain her.
Okay.
And so I don't remember the turn. Okay, finally misses, but so she sort of escapes its clutches, but is still looking pretty bad.
Okay.
And so that was 6, and then 7 Bargel again. So I'll do the NV thing again. So attacking Rodriga hits her this time. Okay, this might do it. I need to put that bookmark back. Terrain. So now it's getting into her knockout, and she's still up, but she is actually the endurance loss is hitting her knockout now. So
Okay.
she's visibly sort of falling to her knees as this thing is draining her, and then. As for Bartle, so you're entangled.
Yeah, so he just doesn't have to roll an 18.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is... Does he have a control skill for this? Yeah, all right. He is going to roll his control skill to try to switch his variable power pool. They have to work with. All right, he gets it. So now, he pulls out a ball of pitch from his pocket and sets it alight in the air and hurls a fireball at you. You're entangled.
Yep.
So almost anything to hit. Yeah, this will possibly will destroy the entangle, but.
Okay, I'll take it.
We'll see if you live through it. This isn't that. Here it is. Not now. What? Changing my thinking on the fly. All right. So that is going to destroy the web. So lucky you.
All right.
But it's 27 knockout and 7 body, but that's not severe piercing. That's not piercing. So
That's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. So 27 knockout, and you reduce that to what, like 10 knockout, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. And that's the round. That's that round. No, it's not. The hazards go again.
And do I still get one action at the end? Now that I'm free of the entangle.
I think you dodged this round.
Yeah, let me look at the chart. So I dodged on 6.
Yeah.
Bartle went on 7 and 9. And then I think, do I have an action on 10 or 12?
Yeah, you have your 10 and 12 this turn, yes.
Okay, so
you have your you have your 8, 10, and 12 this turn.
Okay, so yeah, so I still have my 10 and 12 to get through.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, this was 6. No, or wait, this is 7, or this is 7? Yeah, this is 7. He webbed you on 6.
Yes. Hit me on 7.
Hit you on 7. So you used your 6 to dodge, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But now at 8, you do have an action. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. And that's interesting because that means you did sort of get through that. And Rodrika and you are both going to get to go, and Bartle is not until 9 again. So you've got a shot here. All right, I see what's happening. All right.
Okay.
But I think Rodrika has to recover, but she
probably yeah.
She's actually getting to, but if she recovers, I don't think she gets to. She doesn't get to get her full defense until 10, so that's probably a death sentence anyway. So I think she's just gonna try to leap out. She yells at you. You know, we can't fight. You know, we can't fight if we're dead. We've got to get away. And sort of leaps out of your strength turn. You leap up strength to leap out of the try to leap out of the.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I think he gets it, but at how much knockback is she spending to do this? Wow, that's cutting it really close. I think you sort of see her jump to the top of the hole, and then just sort of stagger forward, and then collapse, and you can't see where she is anymore up there. And then it's your turn on. What did I say? 8. Yeah, it's your 8.
Okay. And what, do I have any sense of what the paladins are doing?
I think some of them in the meantime have been they're just trying to climb back out of the hole. Some of them are holding off the ghouls down here, while others are trying to figure out a way to make a path up to the surface for themselves, or so they're still pretty much in fully defensive mode, but they're making some sort of ground. Left to their own devices, they'll probably get out successfully, but it's not like they're not really gonna be taking the initiative to turn the situation around, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. So I think Sully is wanting to continue taking Bargle's attention, and giving them a chance, giving them just as many actions as he can. So yeah, I'm gonna thank Bargle for destroying the web, and my arms are gonna shoot out with my scimitars appearing in them, and I'm gonna try to blast Bargle, the physical one, not one of the projections. Yeah.
Okay, let me just evaluate his endurance. Good job. Okay, yeah, so. All right, so you're attacking Bargle, and the question is just, does he... This is your 8. If he dodges, he kind of goes down on advantage until the next time. No, I think he can afford to dodge out this round,
Okay.
the remainder of this round, and like get the advantage again top of next round. So that's what he's going to do. He's dodging. So his effective dex 15 versus your 11 right now. So you're going to need a...
Oh, missed it by 1. I'm gonna need 7, and I rolled an 8.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and spin the endurance.
And then let's see. So that was 8. He canceled his 9. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. The projection, well, you're sort of floating in the air. I think this projection is done. So that's done until he summons another one. But
Okay.
So he sort of cancels his 9. I think he'll just sort of change his tune a little and say, it's not too late for you to get back in my good graces. Just give me your lamp, and you'll be a lot better off.
Oh, Bargle. Oh, I really want to rest, but I think if I rest on my 12, he's gonna get 2 attacks on me before my action comes up. So, so Sully says, enough negotiating, betrayer, bring it on.
Okay, and is this is your 10, so now it's your 10 because he dodged his 9. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Your 10,
gonna.
or actually, it's Rodriguez's 10, and she'll take her once per fight recovery, so she's actually getting back up on her feet up there. You won't necessarily see that. That's a cut to the cut for the audience. Rodriguez sort of struggles back to her feet and saying, "Got to get to the Citadel."
Uh-huh.
But you have a 10.
Okay. One moment. Okay. How much... If I want to attack the crumbly tunnel above Bargle's head
Yeah.
and drop some
I like-
big rocks on him, what am I
I like
looking at? what do I need to hit?
Let's look at material strength.
Yeah.
This is an interesting.
Because I do have some piercing with my magical swords.
Right. And do you have any relevant skills? Or maybe just an IQ roll to
Yeah, I mean I've got security
to leverage
systems.
security systems is probably tangentially relevant.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and make a security systems roll
Okay.
to like see the
Oh, that's a success, finally.
Okay, right. So you see something you can live like a crumbling joint, like a joint that was poorly put together in the floor above that you can like use to drop some floor on him. And let's look
Okay.
at strength to the west. Cheddar or Twitter? Call this like maybe oh, here we go. Yeah, let's call this like 66. What's your normal damage is like 46 piercing, right?
Yeah.
So let's call this maybe. Well, you'll still need to roll an attack, and he's still going to dodge because, like I said, he can afford to dodge out the whole round. But I think we're going to maybe call this, just based on the materials, strength to lift chart, maybe 66 damage if it drops on him.
Okay. And I think that I've got a better chance with an area of effect attack than I do just hitting him directly, right?
Is that how does that work in this version?
When
And the target hex. Well, you still get. Oh, you can't. Oh, they can't use. Oh, you're right. Okay, that's the advantage. They can't dodge.
right,
You can't dodge an area of effect. They do get their defense, but they can't use the dodge unless they may use defensive powers. Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because in 3rd edition Champion, it seems like area effects were like bonkers good, but this is a good part. Anyway, so you're rolling against this just straight defense of 12, right?
And then how much like body and defense am I gonna have to get through to hit or to cut the stones free?
I mean, I would say just spend your like 4 endurance on it
Okay.
to get through it. And
Okay, so I'm rolling. What's his base dex?
12.
Okay. That is a hit.
Okay. So roll 66.
All right. I've got 24 knockout and 6 body.
Okay. So I think he sort of like is dropped to the ground by this stuff falling on his head, but he does struggle back to his feet and say, "You have not seen but a fraction of my power."
And Sully's standing there smirking, and he says, Bargle, you've got something in your hair. You've got a boulder in your hair.
Okay. That does, since he had no way to dodge, though, he does take his 11. And I think he's just gonna. Oh, he's a little. I think this is the point where he just says, I will deal with you later. I have a city to destroy." We out. And he is gonna fly. You can follow him, but let me see how far he goes, because this is one of his leap out.
Ooh, okay.
His magical mastery. He waves it. He does have to wave his little bat wing, but he flies. So that's 15 hexes. So
yeah, I'm not going to be able to
get. He flies out of the hole and towards like the citadel.
And Sully's thinking, well, I just hope I bought the Karameikos, so the time they need to prepare a defense.
Right, and so you have an action on 12 just before I guess the ghouls go again, trying to attack you again, since there's nothing else going on here. So
yeah, I think Sully is going to melt into a nearby pillar and fly up to the surface. Using his D-Solid. Well, actually, how many paladins are still down here?
I like 3 or 4, maybe. I didn't really pick a number.
Okay.
But they're sort of starting to make their way up the support pillars and to regroup back on top. There are also other paladins up at top, helping them now, have lowered a rope and are helping them down.
Okay, what Sully is going to do is not fly away. He's going to move back through the tunnel, toward the hole, take a 0-phase action to reform himself into basically just like kind of a column with like hands coming out of it, and he's gonna help those forward, give them another handhold. And he's shouting, like go, like the ghouls are right behind you.
Okay, so you can go ahead and do that. You do a little helping out, sort of get everyone out of there. Meanwhile, sort of, the ghouls have sort of spread in through different tunnels to various places in the city. And so, we can sort of call that the scene and just sort of take an overview of what's going on. Roderica has gotten back on her Pegasus and is winging towards the Citadel.
Okay.
Bargle was also going towards the Citadel, and you may, when you're back up on top or whatever, you'll see there's just for the sake of staging, you can see let's say you can see the Citadel up here, and you can see that there's a huge, one side of the Citadel has collapsed, and there's a plume of huge cloud of dust coming from Citadel there. So there's clearly an attack there too.